My name is Mary, and I'm the owner of a consignment shop.
Hey, Mary, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's nasty out there. I always wanted to own my own consignment shop. There was a shop going out of business, so I bought all the clothes with the racks. I grew up in this house. It was a gorgeous 4-bedroom colonial brick house. My mom was a fabulous housekeeper. Things were always in their place. It was kept neat and clean. She was just a fabulous person. My dad, I guess you could say, hoarded paperwork. He tended to hold on to things that really were of no value. My oldest brother, Peter, also had the tendencies to hoard. He couldn't have just one leather jacket. When he passed away, there was like 25 leather jackets. When my mother was alive, I was living here with her and my daughter, and we had some really great times here.
My name is Elena, and Mary is my mother. My grandmother's death probably made my mom shop a lot more.
My daughter and I were absolutely devastated. She was very close to my daughter, and it was very hard for both of us. At that point, the hoarding took over. My mom, she passed away January 8th of 2008. And she left me this gorgeous home, and she left me a sizable amount of money, which obviously I bought so many things that they wouldn't even fit in the shop. And then it started to fill up the house. And I probably spent close to $200,000. This stuff came in last night.
You bought more stuff?
I couldn't say no. With shopping, it's a momentary high. It's an actual high. I love to shop. It's an addiction.
My name is Joanne, and I'm a longtime friend of Mary's and her sister-in-law.
Joanne is the ex-wife of my oldest brother who passed away 4 years ago.
My name is Vince, and Mary is my aunt.
Vince and I have been living with Mary for approximately 6 months, and the condition of the house is just packed full of stuff.
Mary's house, it's just a total wreck. It's disgusting, and it's hard to be in the house, even physically. You know, you start coughing, and it's pretty bad.
Unless you're blind, nobody would like to look at this stuff and live like this. It's awful. The kitchen is fairly large, and it's full of items to sell at the shop. The little den is full of clothing and items to sell. The living room is full of clothing and items to sell.
My mom and I fight about how the house looks.
They fight pretty often, and there's a lot of yelling that goes on in the house.
It's caused a lot of stress. I think my daughter resents the fact that I'm like this very much. She loves me as her mother, but I'm sure she's ashamed and humiliated it looks like this. Any child would be.
Vince's room and my room are relatively uncluttered, and that's who we are. That's how we live. And the impact that it has on his life and my life living the way that Mary has chosen has been very stressful. We've had many, many arguments, really bad arguments where tempers have flared.
Me and my Aunt Mary started arguing. I don't understand why she does it. I just got so angry, and I let out my anger. I broke my wrist.
The house in itself here is a lot of drama and chaos. It's bad.
Mary lives in a state of crisis, and it's created by this chaos, this disorganization. Everything is a crisis.
My spare cash that I have, I'm zipping through that. I only have several thousand left of the inheritance. Ideally, I would like to increase the sales at the store, get more business, stop buying, stop compulsively buying. If I don't stop spending money, I will be out of business within a couple months. Without a serious intervention, I am going to lose everything in my life. I will go under.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers. I'm a hoarding cleanup expert.
We're here today to help Mary, who's facing a very serious crisis.
Mary's hoarding condition is a little different than most because the hoarding is affecting her business and her house. You know, she buys stuff, she has customers bring stuff into her shop, there's no room for it there, so she brings it home. Her home is so hoarded that she's lost complete functionality of her home.
So here's the plan. The only way we can get this done is to split our team up, okay? So you may not know this, but 2 of the organizers are gonna be at your store all day today without you being there. We got a lot of work to do. We don't have a lot of time to fight about it, talk about it, okay?
Can I just at least see what you're tossing?
Well, here's the problem, Mary. Like I said, we have 2 days. You're gonna have to let us use our judgment, okay? We're gonna bring all the unknowns out here to this tarp. You guys ready? Yeah. All right, let's hit it.
Go.
Here, donate. Aw, donate. Trash, I have envelopes. Trash.
I don't see you being that stressed. I was expecting a lot more out of you, so I'm
day
proud
is
of
young.
you. No, I know.
But thank you. Let's donate them. Donate.
I'm Dr. Renee Renardi, and I specialize in treating compulsive hoarding, OCD, and trichotillomania.
We're getting through a lot of stuff, just doing it very, very quickly, very impulsively.
I want this, I bought it, donate it.
But she's not really processing any emotion involved with that, which will be hard when she has to do it on her own.
What the heck is this? Oh my God. Look, there it is. I knew I'd find it. These were a gift. Oh, my robe. My robe, I was looking all over for this.
Oh, I found a quarter.
Okay, this is, oh, I love this.
We're starting with sort of a dig out process. There's underneath the racks, there's lots of boxes of things that people have brought to the store, she has purchased, but hasn't been able to put it out on display. I swear, I think these are my mother's dishes from 1970. She had the exact same. Yes. The biggest problem is there's too much stuff. And it's hard for a customer to make a decision, and anybody who doesn't like clutter and gets overwhelmed easily is just gonna turn around and walk right out.
Mary is in a constant state of crisis and is just acting very impulsively,
No, donate these. I don't even care.
very quickly, and that's how she's running her home, and that's how she's running her business. And this is something that it doesn't work. Her current systems with dealing with emotions, dealing with her business, dealing with her home are crumbling.
What is that stuff?
This is stuff I want. That I really, really want. I think when it was all brought outside and laid out front, it's just, you know, you could fill a few warehouses, and it was overwhelming that I've squandered the money on so many items. No, this is not getting donated, Joanne. I just bought this. Like, I feel guilty that I spent so much money on all these items, and today the realization hit me when they were brought out of the house.
I saw you go through a lot of this stuff earlier and not have any problem getting rid of it.
Well, not that, and not
So-
this, and not this.
Mary got on the truck, started going through the first bin that had just gotten dropped on there, and it was a bin that shouldn't have been there.
Okay, no, that's not good.
Right.
And I have a
right,
customer
but you
who I
can't give
promised this
permission
Lennox to.
to 20,000 items in your house because there's just not enough time.
I agree, but like that's
So-
Lennox that I promised to a customer. I knew I had it for her, I just didn't
So
know
when
where.
you found it in a year, you would give it to them? Because it was lost.
I know Mary very well, and I think that she's performing the way that I thought she would.
I want to go through everything.
I don't know if you should go through everything.
Well,
but
what else is in there?
I felt that Mary was getting off track. Nobody said it was going to be easy, Mary.
I knew at some point that my aunt was gonna stop everything and start going through stuff, take stuff off the truck. I kind of expected it to happen.
But are you gonna
And
come in
this.
here and go through every box that we bring and put on the donate truck? Because if so, we might as well stop. Because if you're gonna have to go through everything, there's no point of us being here.
This is really kind of
Yeah, I know. Just put your seatbelt on, okay? You'll be all right.
She needs to realize that accidents happen, and that doesn't mean the whole day is ruined and that we need to cancel everything.
So is this the part where you say just stop? Yeah, I wanted to call it quits and cancel the whole thing. Wouldn't you?
I expect you to get upset because these things
Here
should
we
not
go.
be in the truck.
Here we go. So how am I not to believe that there's more tagged items in there?
I get it, but in the big picture, that's a drop in the bucket for what's in her house.
I don't think that's what
How
happened.
many items had tags in your house that have been buried for 2 years? They weren't making you money then either. So if we get rid of
But
a
if I
couple things
wanted-
on accident, so what in the big picture?
Okay.
If we can save your store, give your daughter a nice house to live in, and we lose a few items, in the big picture, does it really matter? No one's doing this purposefully to you.
Does
to
someone
hurt
have a
you.
bag that we can put these in? Thanks.
You're done listening, so I'm done talking.
Today, being the second day, I felt really anxious at the beginning of the day. I really wanted to just call this whole thing off and just live in my own little hoarded world.
I don't want you
More?
to bail.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna
so,
bail. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm really ready. This is all good though, sorry. Oh, this goes to that set that I want to sell, the ballerina, good, good. This is a trash bag, but I want these bags that are in it. I told Corey that yesterday. I need them at the shop.
The game plan changed completely today because Mary would not let everyone do their own thing, which is common. If this is the only way we can get her to do it,
This is the only way we're gonna get her to do it.
you know? She really freaked out yesterday, so we let her be in complete control today, laid everything out on the front lawn, and let her say yes or no to every single item.
Nothing's going on that truck, right? You swear?
It was very slow.
Where's the stuff you're bringing outside?
What did you think all this was? This is what we
There,
talked
they're
about. This is the
clear
plan.
of it. They're clear.
You want everything on the tarps. But do you see how much stuff there is? And if you have to touch and say yes or no to every single thing, how long this will take?
What am I supposed to do?
Go through it, save the best, get rid of the rest, and just glance at it, Mary. Remember how much stuff you have, okay?
Donate.
Something happened to her today in the middle of the day. Unfortunately, we're 75% through the job when it happened, but the point is it changed.
Okay, good. Donate. Donate. This can go in the trash.
It seems like from that point on, she's been throwing away a lot more stuff, donating a lot more stuff, and quickly making decisions like she hadn't been done prior to that.
Oh, I'm on a roll. I'm feeling so liberated.
So let's go see.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah. This looks good.
What do you think?
The difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, customers
really
were
walk.
commenting yesterday when they came in the
Yeah.
store. They were like, wow, it's clear, we can walk through.
can walk.
So,
They're really excited.
yeah.
Wow.
So I'll show you what I did over here, Mary. You
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
that the
this is
pots and
much
pans
better.
do sell, so we saved some
Yes,
good ones
they
here.
do.
And then this is more inventory that can go out now.
This is really good. Thank you so much. I love it.
What you guys did is amazing.
Yes.
It really is.
Thank you so much.
And the fact that she trusts you enough to let your donation boxes all go away says a lot. Yeah, Debbie and Cindy,
Thank you
you
so
guys so
much.
much.
Thank you so much.
Keep going.
I'm really,
Yes.
yeah, I'm
Good
really,
morning,
this
Bill.
is like surreal. I mean, it's really, I'm really touched. Being the owner of a consignment shop, I have a lot of therapy ahead of me. If I don't change my hoarding tendencies, I'm gonna have to give up the consignment shop. But I hope to recover from hoarding and to have a successful business. Look at the dining room, it's gorgeous. A real dining room.
How long has it been since you've sat at this table and had a meal?
It'll be 3 years in March. It was her 8th birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday stuff. This is absolutely gorgeous.
I think it brought back memories for her. You know, we used to always have Thanksgiving in there, and this was a really great house to be in. And I think that brought memories back, and I think the memories are gonna happen again.
What are we gonna do to keep it from filling up again?
Well, I'm going to continue to declutter, just donate stuff, sell it cheap. and I can't go shopping.
There have been some really good moments of insight. I'm hoping that she'll be able to move forward with that.
You think I can do it now?
Yeah.
God. You know, I saw my nephew there who lost his father, my brother, 4 years ago. Oh, God,
You may have someone at home a lot more now.
I know, but all the people I've affected with this, I'm so sorry.
When she got home today, you know, and saw the house clean for the first time, you know, she had a breakdown.
I just see my nephew, and my brother died, and he's still such a good guy. I want the best for him.
You know, it was sad. So I know inside of her she has pain and guilt for what she did, and I hope this is painful enough for her to not go back and do it again.
I'm so sorry. I want everything to go. Do you believe I can really make it now?
It's something that she has a tremendous job ahead of her, and I think really challenging those thinking patterns. How much of this that she's learned over these last couple of days is she really going to be able to internalize? I think she's going to have to work twice as hard being a consignment shop owner than if she didn't have the business, because there's always going to be a rationale of, oh, well, I should save this because I can sell it, because she desperately needs to make money, but it's not through the ways that she's been trying.
I hope from a year from now that I'll have a whole new perspective on hoarding. I do not ever want to get back to this point again.